Hello again, this is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal Show. Thanks for tuning in to The Secret Code, chapters 13 through 15. Now we'll show the end of what happens with the Black Commando in this one, and we'll also show you an adventure of Captain Zero in Captain Zero Benedict Arnold's Kids, a TV show from the 1950s. I hope you stick around to watch the end of that. And I'll see you at the end of this chapters.
Dan Barton, posing as a Nazi spy, learns that German agents are planting radio bombs in several important war factories. He tricks one of the spies into taking the list of factories to the leader.
Yes, sir.
Is the plan ready?
Yes, sir. The last operator just checked in.
Excellent. Come here at once and bring the list.
Right away, sir.
What are you doing here?
You said to bring the list.
You've been tricked. Set those bombs off. Come on, hurry.
So you're the leader. Get over the wall, all of you. And you too.
fire. That chemical explodes when mixed with any liquid. Then let it burn.
But we'll never find out who the Black Commando is.
In a few minutes, it won't matter. Call the garage. Plan 34, escape.
All set.
Out of here.
That's all she'll do.
Fine evening's work. We lose those Nazi boys, and I lose with tires.
You didn't recognize one of those Nazi boys, did you?
No.
It was Jensen.
Jensen? You mean that funny old geezer that runs the camera shop?
Yeah, but don't tip it off or he might skip. Give Jean this list of radio bomb locations. Tell her to be sure that Chief Burns gets it.
Okay, Dan. Sweet smothering onions. 2 tires shot and me with no priority number.
Here I give you a tip and you prove it's right. And does anybody thank me? Yes, they don't. But they keep on...
Hello? Yes? Good. That cleans them all up. Your tip was the straight goods, Gene. Every bomb listed here has been located and destroyed.
There, now what do you say to that?
I still say you're holding out on us. Well, why won't you tell us?
Oh, no more of that third degree for me. Where'd you get the tip? Who gave it to you? How did you receive it? What's the color of Napoleon's white horse? Now, I'm telling you, for the last time, that list was shoved under my hotel door, and that's all I know.
I'd still like to know why it was sent to you.
I presume because I tried to show in my column that I think the commando is on the side of the law.
Yeah? Through with this, Chief?
Yes, what?
Take this up to the handwriting experts. Have them compare it with known enemy aliens. And also have them check the fingerprints on it with those of Dan Barton.
What's up?
Trouble. You better go in. Tyson's been asking for you.
What took you so long?
Hey, listen, I was lucky to get here. As I told you last night, I had to wait my chances to slip out of that army camp. Moving, huh?
Not yet. Preparing for a possible emergency. Our wire was tapped last night. The leader ordered all communications to be dismantled.
Well, then where'll we go for orders? Main headquarters?
No. All operators will receive their further instructions through the Help Wanted column. Now, you report to address given on any advertisement that contains the phrase, sober, trustworthy men.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll lay low until the ad breaks. So long, Thyssen.
And I say again, show me one time that the Black Commando has done anything that you can actually prove is against the law. Well, everything he's done has helped you. Who saved the gang at the sub-treasury? The Commando. Who saved the day at the oil refinery? The Commando.
That's a woman for you. A little while ago, we couldn't get a word out of her. Now we can't stop her.
Yeah? It's Hogan.
Yeah? Oh, identical, huh? Yeah. Go ahead, get the boys. I think you've got something there. I'll wait here. Hogan says the fingerprints on that list are Barton's. Not only that, Hogan has a hunch that Barton is using Pat Flanagan's apartment as a hideout. He and some of the boys are on their way there now to stake it out.
He wouldn't hide a criminal.
Just a moment, Miss Ashley. When do you think you're going?
To the office. I have a column to write and a deadline to meet. I'll see you later.
Miss Ashley, you're not to leave here until I give you permission.
Am I to understand I'm under arrest?
Of course not.
Mind if I call my editor?
You can talk to him. I'll get the number. Hello, Chronicle?
This is Jean Ashley. I'll call you back. Oh, I think I'll have to have soap and water, Chief.
Well, there's a tap right in the washroom.
I wish he'd hurry up. Say, is there another door out of that washroom?
No.
Miss Ashley? Miss Ashley?
Hello?
Pat, Hogan and his men are on their way up to your place to pick up Dan. Tell him to get out fast.
Don't let that worry you, Jeannie. Dan ain't here. I'll slip out and tip him off before they get here. Yeah. Call back later. Dan, Hogan's wise. He's on his way up here. Come on, beat it before they nab you. Scatter out and cover the place. Guess this is it. Hogan's coming up. Try the back way. I'll cover up for you. If it's not too late. Not a chance. Then it's curtains for both of us. No, it isn't. I'm going to clear you up. How can you? I'm in this as deep as you are. Now, listen to me. Here's all you have to do. I came here because I thought you'd help me. You can't turn me in. Why, we grew up together. We've been buddies. Buddies me eye, Barton. You're a traitor and a killer, and I'm going to turn you in. Keep those mitts up or I'll blast you. Good going, Flanagan. Keep 'em covered. What are you looking at?
can pierce the Nazi inner circle. And now we take you to the office of Major Henry Burton, U.S. Army Intelligence.
Well, are you all ready for a little code work today? We once arrested a spy who put the contents of his pockets into a handkerchief and then tried to dispose of it. We thought the stuff would be incriminating evidence, but it wasn't. Here's what he had. Keys, knife, pen, scratch pad, match, cigarette, pencil, tie clasp. I'm sure this is a code. Let's try to crack it. The initial letters. I wonder if they spell anything. KKPSMCPT. Gibberish. Oftentimes, as in one version of the dictionary code, we try to imagine what the word suggests. Thus, keys would suggest open. Knife, sharp, pen, right, scratch pad, right again. And I don't think we're getting anywhere. But look, I think I've got it. The last letter of keys is S. Knife, E. Pen, N. Scratch pad, D. S-E-N-D. Send. H-E-L-P. Help. Send help. But you may rest assured, the spy got no help from us. Well, that's all for today, folks. But don't miss next week's Secret Code.
Don't fail to see Scourge of the Orient, Chapter 12 of the Secret Code. Dan Barton, disguised as the Black Commando, has repeatedly blocked a group of Nazi agents in their attempts to sabotage the nation. The police believe him responsible for the Nazi activities and are about to implicate Officer Pat Flanagan as his accomplice.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get down there. Get to a phone and send out an alarm that Barton's holed up under the streets. You cover the manholes at both ends of the block. Not you, Flanagan. I want to talk to you.
Head him off to the next manhole and we'll trap him.
Do me no credit, Hogan, when you hinted I would hide an enemy to my country.
He was here and you're
Hide him, and I refused and was about to arrest him when you busted in waving your arms around and pushed me. I tell you, he'd be in jail this very minute if he'd left it to me.
I'm still trying to figure out how he got in here without you knowing it.
Are you kidding? Why, you know as well as I do that Barton is the smartest crook catcher in this country. Why, he knows more tricks about getting in and out of places than most of his customers.
I noticed that. But this time I think we got him tracked.
Remember, I said in and out of places.
Yeah? Well, if he slips away from us this time, you're going to be answering a lot of questions.
Stage lost a good actor when you joined the force.
Stage my foot. I'm going to be head Napoleon in the booby hats if you don't quit this. When I risked my neck and reputation getting you out of here, I didn't think you'd be fool enough to come back again.
That's right. And Hogan won't think so either.
Well, a man doesn't have to be crazy to keep up with you, but it'd sure help. What's next?
Well, after the destruction of their lab and camera shop, the gang hid out. They're all hiding out now. Nobody reports until a certain ad is put in the personal column of the newspapers.
Hello? Oh, hello, Gene. Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Dan's here. Oh, don't worry. We ducked Hogan all right. Yeah. Well, tell it to him. Here.
Hello?
The city desk just got a flash from Washington. Count von Bern, Nazi war ace, escaped from Canadian prison camp last night. Believed headed for West Coast with copies of Alaskan defense plans.
Uh-oh. The gang's in hiding now. But if von Bern is headed here, they'll start operations again.
Well, I have to get back to Chief Byrne's office and square myself for running out on him. Goodbye, Dan. Good luck.
Von Bern's headed for the coast. We're bound to see action. Get out and buy all the afternoon papers. Get every edition as it hits the street. Thyssen may have placed that ad by now.
Count Van Bern will arrive by one of our secret planes with maps and full information regarding Alaskan defense areas. Instruct about night landing.
Put the following in secret code and send it at once. Van Bern, all arrangements made for safe landing. Use blacklight beam to pick up signal panels. The following course will give you place of landing, and the time will be...
Message is completed, sir.
You have summoned the men?
Yes, sir. The advertisement is appearing in all of the papers.
Here she is at last.
Good.
Sorry, we have nothing in your line today.
You folks advertise for mechanics?
I'm afraid all the positions have been filled. But let me see your union card for future reference. Oh, you're one of the men our manager wrote to.
That's right.
Right in there.
Thanks, miss. Well, I didn't know you're in the employment business, too. You'd sure get around.
Never mind that. The leader has assigned you to act as guard on a night mission. You are leaving with me and the others from the Crystal Garage at 9 tonight.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Not so fast, Barton. You might lose your way. Felton, you better go with him.
I don't know how you feel, but I'm going to take time out for a cup of coffee.
All right. I'll go with you.
How much, buddy?
2 coffees, the donut, that'll be 15 cents. Hey, cut that out. What are you wasting my pepper for? Will you stop?
Oh, you shouldn't be so stingy with your pepper.
See what...
Beck, you and Barton stand guard and keep out of sight.
I hope Von Byrne gets here safely.
He's bound to. The leader plotted a course that will fly Von Byrne here without crossing restricted territory. It stopped down there a little way. I'll warn the gang.
Now, wait. That was a motorcycle. Only one man. We can handle it.
Set the signal panels. We haven't got much time.
Now we'll test it. Ah, perfect fluorescence.
But how can you cover the entire panel with that small beam?
I don't intend to. Von Byrne's plane is equipped with a spread beam projector and a fluorescenius filter lens that matches this small tester. You'll have no trouble locating us.
There it is.
cut that motor off and on?
Parachute. Cutting off the motor was a signal. Try and land in that clearing there.
Van Burn's coming. Go meet him.
Dropped right near here. There is his chute. Van Burn! Van Burn! He may wander off and be picked up. We've got to find him. I'll be seeing you. Van Burn! Who are you?
Oh, Lieutenant Thyssen. At your service, Count Van Burn. Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
My men, sir. Professor Metzger?
We'll dispense with introductions. Take me to your leader.
This way, sir.
Heil Hitler.
Heil Hitler.
We're glad you arrived safely, Von Bern. Take off your flying gear.
One moment, sir. I would like to see you alone.
You speak excellent English, my friend. Too good, in fact. Take off those goggles.
Has Barton blocked the enemy pooch? And now we take you to the office of Major Henry Burton, U.S. Army Intelligence.
I have here a very interesting document. Now, this looks like a perfectly innocent letter. But look what's on the inside of the envelope. There's a code message here, and unless I'm mistaken, it's a ruler code. Let me show you how to solve it. Here's what was on the inside of the envelope. Now, the first thing to do in solving a code of this sort is to determine which is the largest number. Now, in this case, the number is 6. The smallest number is 0. And you will note that there are only 3 fractions used: 1/4, 1/2, and 3/4. Thus, with 0 and the 6 numbers and 3 fractions for every number, we get 28 different symbols. And that sounds like all we need to make up an alphabet, and a little left over. So let's try it out on the word. Now, here's a short word: 0, 4, and 3/4. Now, 0 should be A, 4 and 3/4 should be T. And that spells at. But it's only a short word. So let's write it down and try a longer one. Here, the first word. 4 1/2 is S. 4 3/4 T. 3 1/2 O. And 3 3/4 P. Stop train at any cost. And you can bet we didn't waste any time in stopping the men who wanted to stop that train. Well, that's all for today, folks. But don't forget to come back next week.
Don't fail to see Pawn of the Spy Ring, Chapter 13 of the Secret Code. Dan Barton, posing as a Nazi agent, learns that German spies are meeting an escaped German ace. With the aid of Pat Flanagan, he captures the aviator and takes his place. Then, when he approaches the leader, he is discovered.
One moment, sir. I would like to see you alone.
You speak excellent English, my friend. Too good, in fact. Take off those goggles.
Snagged himself on that machine. Who was he?
I don't know. He cut past us just as we reached the curve. Get down there and see if you can find any trace of him. I'll report this to the police.
That's swell. I got a schedule to keep. If it's okay with you, I'll roll on.
Go right ahead. I'll take care of all the details.
Thanks, mister.
Dropped somewhere near here. Hey, there's something. may interest the leader.
Get rid of him as quick as you can. I'll meet you in the usual place.
Come on, you parachuting Nazi. You got a date with Uncle Sam. Make a thorough search for Burke and Barton. If you don't find them, it may mean they had a hand in tonight's activities. Give me the bags. I'm going to have that officer investigating.
What happened? The Black Commando. Jumped us. Got me. Got Burke. That's all I know. Did you see him?
No, but we think he's responsible for the disappearance of Van Buren.
You're wonderful, Flanagan. You happen to be at the exact spot at the exact moment. What do you use, a Ouija board or a crystal ball?
Well, sir, you might call it the luck of the Irish.
I don't approve of your lack of cooperation. Unless you answer Mr. Ryan at once, I'll have to do as he suggests and suspend you. Now, how did you happen to be on the spot? Who tipped you off?
Sorry, Chief, but if that's the way you want it, that's the way it'll have to be. I'll turn in my badge to Cullen.
I'd rather cut off my right arm than talk to Pat like that. What's your idea, Ryan? What do you expect to gain by suspending him?
Well, we're sure that Barton is the Black Commando. We know that Flanagan was, and no doubt still is, his best friend. Now, when a man's pride is hurt, who does he turn to?
Oh, I see. Barton, huh?
Right. We'll keep Flanagan shadowed 24 hours a day.
And if our hunch is right, Barton will be in custody by morning.
Oh, but Pat, it doesn't make sense. Why, you're ribbing me.
No, it's on the level. I'm suspended. Busted. I'll see you later, Cullen. Ah, me. A sorry day for the Flanagans.
Oh, Pat, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Save your tears. I'm putting on an act. Ryan and Hogan framed me thinking I'd lead them to Dan.
I'll see you later, Jeannie. To my apartment, Clancy, my lad.
Well, why did he take the driver in?
What I could see, it looked like Flanagan didn't have enough dough to pay the fare. Brill, you cover the roof. Leighton, you take the back.
Have a cigar, lad. Well, you can still call this off if you want to if you're afraid, Clancy.
Afraid, he says. Since when has a Clancy ever been afraid of a man or beast? And I'll have you know that the Clancys are a direct descendant from the Irish kings and fought with their bare hands at Monaghan's castle. Ha ha, cool off, Irish. Cool off, me bucko. I am cooled off, Bob Trotter. Now, just what can the Clancy do to help the Flanagan? Now, hold your horses and I'll be telling you.
Let him go. It's Flanagan I'm interested in.
Flowers, 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 mister. Only a dime. Thank
you, mister. Thank you. Flowers, flowers.
I'm going to be busy. Don't disturb me, please.
Yes, sir.
Here's your report, sir.
Investigation reveals motorcycle borrowed from station garage by Sergeant Patrick Flanagan. Further informed, Flanagan suspended from force.
That all points directed to Flanagan as the commando.
I wouldn't be too sure, Thyssen. But under the circumstances, to our advantage to find out.
Shall I have him brought in?
No, that's going to be Barton's assignment.
Barton? But he used to be Flanagan's best friend.
Exactly. This is an opportunity to test Barton's loyalty to our cause. Where is he?
At the Green Lantern with the others. I'll get him on it right away.
May I help you, sir?
If you would, please, I'm looking for a used copy of David Copperfield.
I believe you'll find that in one of the back shelves.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to live. How do you feel, Bert?
I have good news. I believe we know who the Black Commando is. Unless our deductions are wrong, it's Sergeant Flanagan of the police.
Whose crackpot idea is that? Flanagan's a flatfoot, not a very smart one at that.
He's smart enough to have our leader suspect him. You really mean that? Not only that, but he orders you to bring Flanagan here, the prisoner.
And how am I supposed to do that? Walk right into police headquarters and drag him out by the scuff of his neck?
Flanagan's been suspended. However, I assume that you are sufficiently familiar with his habits to know where to find him?
Well, yeah, he could be. Yeah, I think I can locate him. So your report on Von Buren didn't stand up. Sorry, Pat. Looks like I got you into a lot of trouble.
That don't make any difference, Dan. I can still help you catch the leader of those spies.
No. Cards are stacked against us. Looks like we're both washed up.
Both washed up?
The leader wants me to bring in the Black Commando, alias Pat Flanagan.
And that's just what you're gonna do.
Oh, don't be a fool, Pat. If they once get their hands on you...
Listen, Dan. If we don't catch that gang of Nazis and crack their secret code, there's gonna be thousands of innocent people murdered. Why, if you don't take me in, I'm gonna walk right in that Nazi hideout alone.
This looks like an all-night job.
Yeah, Flanagan's probably gone to bed. Hold him.
The Ashley girl. That fits into the picture.
Right.
Come in, it ain't locked.
Well, Clancy, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, Jean. Come on in.
I'm in. Where's Pat?
I don't know. He didn't tell me where he was going.
Well, didn't he leave a note or a message for me?
Yes, he left a note, but...
I'll take that note. I said I'd take the note.
Sure, and you're welcome to it if it'll do you any good. But Pat decided not to leave it, so he burned it.
I suppose you can explain what you're doing here?
Explain? There's nothing to explain. Pat and me is partners. He drives the cab at night, and I drive it during the day.
And what position do you hold in the new firm? Cashier?
No, I'm still at my old job, news reporting. Which reminds me, I have a story to turn in.
Not so fast, sister. You're staying right with us. And no tricks this time. I think the crime detection lab can bring out this writing.
It's worth a try. Got an envelope?
Yeah.
The iodine vapor treatment helped. Now, I'm sorry, Mr. Hogan, but all I seem to make out is Green Lantern Bookshop.
Well, that's enough for me. Maybe you'll see news in the making. Come on, sister.
I'm right with you.
You will never show up. What we should have done is too quick. Come in. Inside, copper. Here's your pigeon, Thyssen. But if he's the Black Commando, I'm the chief of police.
Perhaps. But Flanagan may have been receiving information from some man in this room. Would you care to tell us which of the men it is?
This is the first time I've had the misfortune to meet any of you Ratsy boys. Except Barton, the double-crossing coward.
If you're not the commando, I'm pretty sure you know who is. Well?
You don't scare me a bit. And from now on, I'll know what your Nazi mob looks like.
Unfortunately, for you, there isn't going to be any from now on. You will understand that I shouldn't have brought you here if there were any chance of your leaving.
Making a mistake, Thyssen.
We've all made some mistakes, Barton, but you are going to repair them for us. Sergeant Flanagan is a menace to the Parliament. You will liquidate him.
Come on, copper. Let's go out in the country.
Do it here, and now.
Well, what are you waiting for? You can't get hurt with your mob backing you up. Sold out your country. Why walk a little thing like murder? I'm waiting to square accounts with you for turning me in. Ready to pull the trigger? Are you yellow?
Good work, Barton. Just to make sure.
Can Barton avenge this Nazi trick? And now we take you to the office of Major Henry Burton, U.S. Army Intelligence.
Well, today we have one of the sweetest codes we've ever had to decipher. We intercepted this box of candy, which was sent to a woman suspected of spy activities. It appeared suspicious in two ways. In the first place, the assortment was very unusual and not as artistically arranged as is customary. But most important, while the candy was placed in a half-pound box, it actually weighed only 5½ ounces, which led us to believe that the amounts of each candy had something to do with the code. Let me show you. I've had the contents of the box listed here on the board. Look at the list. Now, the initial letters spell nothing. Neither do the final letters. But now count 4 letters in on nuts. You see the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. S. 1 in on toffee. T. 2 in on coconuts. O. And 1 in on peanut brittle. P. And what do you get? Why, stop, of course. Now we'll run down the rest of the letters. A. C. T. I. O. N. Stop. Action. Now, the fact that we discovered a code in this box of candy convinced us that the woman was a spy. Honest people don't send candy
that spells anything but love and kisses. Well, that's all for today, folks. I'll see you next week.
Don't fail to see Dead Men of the Deep, Chapter 14 of The Secret Code. Dan Barton, who's joined the Nazi gang to capture it and learn the German code, is forced to prove his loyalty by capturing his best friend, Pat Flanagan. In the meantime, Hogan, suspecting Flanagan of treachery, races to arrest him. Barton makes ready to kill Pat.
Ready to pull the trigger? Are you yellow?
Good work, Barton. Just to make sure.
Staying here. I don't want you to pull one of your vanishing acts. Keep back. We're through here somehow.
Dan!
Hold it! Get in the car. They gave us the runaround. I'll call Central Station and have them throw out a dragnet.
Be on the lookout for black Pontiac sedan, license number A6P375.
Good evening, folks. What'll it be, folks?
Coffee and 3 stacks of wheat.
Okay.
You know they're not wearing these this season.
We're a couple of fine cops, Pat. Jean handcuffed, and neither one of us has a key.
Can't we get the thing off with a file or something?
Too slow. Take hours. You'll have a small hand. I think I can manage.
I wonder if Hogan caught up with that gang.
No, not likely. The Green Lantern has too many ways of escaping. I ought to know. We've got to find some way of picking up the trail again. We've got only one clue. That employment agency where they summon the men.
Cake's coming up in just a minute.
Jean, give me a hand.
Why, this is so sudden, Mr. Barton.
Quiet. Put it under the table. Look at the top.
We interrupt the swing shift program for a special news flash. Police officers raided a spy nest in the Green Lantern bookshop just an hour ago.
Here it comes.
One arrest was made, but unfortunately, the ringleaders escaped. Among them, Dan Barton and Pat Flanagan, ex-police officers. The latter two helped Jean Ashley, newspaper woman, who was taken into custody earlier in the evening to escape. We'll be back with more news in a few moments. Stay tuned to this station.
The dope is burning our cakes.
I'm not crazy. I tell you, they're in here right now. One of the guys is trying to take a pair of braces off of the girl. Okay, I'll stall them as long as I can. I'm sorry, We keep to the back streets and alleys. Get back to Clancy's taxi. In the morning, we'll investigate the employment agency.
What now?
There may be a rear exit. I'll go look. You go in the agency and case the place. We'll meet here in 15 minutes.
How about me?
Now, you stay here. If we're not out in a half an hour, call the station and tell them to raid the place. And then you duck.
I won't be long. Driver, wait for me.
Liberty Employment Agency. I'm sorry, there's nothing for you today. Try later. Yes?
I'm looking for a job driving for some private family. This hack driving's getting me down. Long hours.
I'm sorry, there's nothing like that in, but if you care to wait or register,
What can I lose?
fill this out, please.
Thyssen.
Yes, sir?
Radio the submarine to stand by off Point Grayson. Use the secret code.
Yes, sir.
Burke, see who it is.
It's Feldman, sir.
Let him in.
Flanagan is up in the agency.
Get upstairs and bring him down here. Dismantle all equipment.
Liberty Employment Agency. Yes, sir. Very well, sir. You're in luck. We just got a call for a private chauffeur. Please step inside in the office for an interview.
Thanks.
Steady, kiddo. These gas bombs are fragile and deadly.
It's Barton.
This saves us the trouble of running him down. He must have seen you, Feldman. Now go back and let him capture you. Barton is sure to force you to show him how to get in here. Make it look good. Protest and then give in. By the time he arrives, we'll be ready for him. Metzger, take that box of gas bombs into the other room.
Hold it. Open that door again.
That button opens the panel.
Now, that's enough, kiddo.
Stand by, Metzger. The rest of you prepare to leave for Point Grayson at once. In here, Barton. And take off your mask. Over here, Barton.
Come out.
It's your move, Commando.
I said come out. Hold it.
Just one connection and I'm ready.
Hurry. One at a time.
the Nazis escape to the U-boat? And now we take you to the office of Major Henry Burton, U.S. Army Intelligence.
Well, today we have a very interesting code. Whenever we search a spy's house, we're always careful to inspect his books. And we're also very careful to do a good job of it, too. There's a very strange message here. I'll show you. The frequency of H's in this code made us think that H was meant to be E. H, E. But in that case, this double T would be Q. And of course, we all know that double Q never appears in English. But look, do you see anything funny about these combinations? Look. Do you see anything funny about them yet? Then watch this. In the alphabet, S falls between R and T, U falls between T and B, and B falls between A and C. What this is, then, is the in-between code. And I think if we attack our longer words, we'll have no difficulty in cracking it. S, I, G, N, A, L. S, U, B, T, O, N, I, G, H, T. Signal sub tonight. And a very lucky message to intercept, I'm sure. I think next week I'll be able to show you the solution to the most important code of all, the Nazi code, the one for which Dan Barton has sacrificed so much to learn.
Don't fail to see The Secret Code Smashed, Chapter 15 of The Secret Code. Dan Barton finally discovers the headquarters of the Nazi terrorists and closes in on them disguised as the Black Commando. As he confronts the leader face to face, the Nazi recognizes him as Barton and defies him.
I said come out.
Just one connection and I'm ready.
Hurry.
One at a time.
That won't help, Barton. Steady, Pat. I'll get you to a doctor.
Hey, I ain't wounded. Oh, but I bet there's a lump over my heart as big as a dinner plate. Hey, look. The bullet glanced off. The impact must have knocked me out.
The luck of the Irish held out again. They wrecked the code machine. All we can do is sift through those torn papers and hope to pick up a clue. Part of a message. Yeah, but it's in the secret code.
Hey, look.
Ah, that's only a list of the chief lieutenants. I've had them ticketed for some time. Now, we're licked. The leader and his crew gone. No chance to... Hey, wait a minute. Where's that paper with the numbers on it? I think I cracked the code. Here. Read off those numbers and put down the letters I call back.
74.
That'll be P.
65.
60. O.
As soon as we reach Grayson Point, we'll photograph all important records.
The last number is 15.
15. That should be S.
Point Graves.
Point Graves. Wonder what that could mean. Well, let's break it down. Point Graves. Point Grayson. That must be it.
Must be what?
The ranch where they met Von Bern. The one near the ocean, remember?
Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go and get him.
Now, don't be too optimistic. We can't afford to leave any stone unturned. You figure out how that elevator room works while I get dressed. Step on it, Pat.
Attention all cars. Special bulletin 151. Be on the lookout for Owl Cab. License number BEX229. Dan Barton, Pat Flanagan, and an unidentified girl are in the cab.
Unidentified? Is that newspaper gal, eh?
Approach with caution. They may be armed. Last seen headed north, direction of Harbor Boulevard.
We'll be there in a few minutes if we don't run out of gas. It's almost dry.
That's bad. There's the gas station from here to the point.
If that's bad, look what's coming. Shall I slow down?
No, keep going.
Dan, I've got an idea. Do you remember the trick the Ploto gang pulled on you last year?
Not bad, Jeannie, not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, are you game?
It was my suggestion, wasn't it?
How's the gas holding out?
Gauge says empty. Jalopy must be running on his reputation.
He's gaining and fast.
Good luck. We'll be seeing you.
I'd like to see his face when he catches her.
Well, if I know Jean, she'll stall him long enough to let us make it to Point Grayson. Come on, Pat, we got a long run ahead of us.
Put on the ground plans of the Tyler airplane works.
This is the lost box.
Make sure that everything that's been photographed is destroyed. Are you ready, Linda?
In a moment.
Send this at once.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
That's Linda, the girl who worked in the employment office. Hey, that wash is in code. The garments are arranged like Roman numerals. Take down the numbers as I call them off. 62499. One four. 62. 54. 42. This won't take long to decipher. Give me the first number.
It's 62.
You.
33. 21.
The last letter is P.
U499, surface at 11. Take aboard group.
That means that the leader and his gang are going to escape by sub in 20 minutes.
We can tangle with them. What can we do about that sub?
I don't know where the nearest phone is, but the wires run that way. You stand guard, Pat, till I come back. I won't be long. I'll whistle if you see them leaving.
Three, two.
What's wrong, Rose?
This board's haywire. I get a flash over the harbor line, but all I get on the system's a series of clicks.
Hey, this seems like a code.
Your message? I hope so. Anything happen at the house? No. Well, this is the showdown. We're going in after them.
Now you're cooking with gas, Danny boy. Lead on.
Hogan, this man won't believe me, but Dan and Pat are trying to round up the Nazis at Point Grayson.
For once, I'm believing you. We just got the flash over the radio. Leap in, sister. Tag along, officer. We may need help. Let's go. Slowly. Got that gun, Tyson. Relax, boys. You're not going anyplace. Come on in, Pat.
Well. Isn't this fine? 7 little ratsies standing in a line.
tan. A Manila. And that's for good measure. And for midway. Start. To the wall.
This time I'll handle you myself. Thyssen, take care of Flanagan.
Take it easy.
Dan, I just explained everything to Ryan and Hogan. They said you'd be cleared right away.
Sorry we kept messing the detail for you, Dan, but we didn't know.
Oh, forget it. And thanks for the lift.
Come on, you.
Let's go. Come on. There's a Nazi U-boat offshore waiting to pick up this gang.
It won't be there long.
There's the surface. Lieutenant, torpedoes off port bow.
Christ alive!
They're on the job. Uncle Sam's batting 1,000% today. You watch out the gang and the Navy gets a sub.
And Washington gets the key to the secret code. Here it is, Ryan.
Well, Dan, wait till the public reads how you cleared yourself and captured the Nazi spy ring.
And the public isn't going to read this story.
You mean I can't print it?
Just that.
Hey, I don't get this. Why shouldn't he be cleared?
He'll be cleared, but not publicly.
I think I know what Ryan is driving at. With the sub knocked off, official Berlin won't know we've rounded up the gang. We can book them all as John and Jane Doe and keep them undercover.
Right. Then when Berlin attempts to make contact, Dan will be here to decode their messages and feed back phony information. That is, if he's willing to go through with it.
I'm ready now.
Barton, that's the spirit that spells defeat for the Axis dictators. Their cause was lost the day 130 million Americans rolled up their sleeves for the duration. And believe me, the day is near when the Allied nations will wipe the Germans and the Japs from the map.
Well, how do you like that? I get the top story of the year, and what happens?
You can't print it.
Now we take you to the office of Major Henry Burton, U.S. Army Intelligence.
Hello, folks. Well, now that Dan Barton has been successful in breaking the secret code, I think we deserve to know how he did it. This is the list of names the Black Commando found in the leader's headquarters. These are the numerals which were written on the celluloid square he found. Now, you codesters should have no difficulty at all in figuring out a basis for this code. Thus, A, B, 32, or 72. C, 54, D, 24, and so on. But right here is where the code becomes almost unbreakable. How would you like to solve a code with 6 different symbols for E? It would be almost impossible, wouldn't it? But Dan Barton did it, and thus was able to prevent the escape of his country's enemies. The business of working in codes is of vital importance in all our military operations. The work of our nation's intelligence departments is every bit as vital and important as those of our fighting forces. The outcome of every battle depends upon what we can learn about the enemy and what we can prevent him from learning about us. So far, we've done a good job of it. All the trickery the enemy can muster has yielded him nothing. No one has ever been able to invent a cipher which the United States Army or Navy or FBI haven't been able to crack, and nobody ever will. The victories in the laboratory will be repeated on land, on sea, and in the air. We have outwitted the enemy in our offices, and we'll outfight him on the battleground.
Captain Zero. Captain Zero. Research explorer in time and space. Somewhere, in a remote, uncharted region of the planet called Earth, stands the laboratory of Captain Zero. In this secret location, known only to a few in the outside world, Captain Zero and his associates experiment in time and space to learn from the past, to plan for the future.
Contact has been established. We now transmit you direct to the laboratory of Captain Zero. Please stand by.
Micro.
Yes, Captain.
Level the power and stand by.
Right.
I heard the time machine operating. What's going on?
I've just projected back to the year 1780 and the American Revolution.
What's happening?
You see that ship?
Yes?
That ship is a British gunboat Vulture. It just sneaked up the Hudson River and dropped anchor below the American Fort Montgomery.
Golly. Why doesn't the fort fire on it?
It can't be seen in the darkness. Besides, it's flying a white flag of truce.
But why is it there?
Stand by to refocus. If our settings are correct, you're going to see one of the most treacherous plots in American history.
Man.
Bring up the plate currents. Increase the target voltage. Looks like the captain's cabin, all right.
But no one's there.
Wait a minute. Look.
Who's he? What's he watching for?
Just relax, Jet. You'll find out.
Sorry, Major Andre, no sign of anyone as yet.
What's the matter with him? This is the agreed location, is it not?
Yes, Major. This is the exact spot designated in your secret correspondence with the American general. And if I might say so, sir, a more dangerous meeting place could not be devised. For us, that is. Do you realize that we're anchored directly below the American Fort Montgomery, whose every gun is trained on that river?
You need not fear the guns, Captain Sutherland. So far as anyone knows, we're here under a flag of truce on special business concerning the confiscated property of a fellow Englishman, Colonel Robertson. The American fort will not fire on a flag of truce.
No, Major Andre. Unless someone discovers the real reason why we are here.
Captain, will you please not address me as Major Andre? Until this affair is concluded, I am John Anderson.
I'm sorry, Major. Mr. Anderson.
What in the world could have happened? Are you sure no message of any kind has come through?
Positive, Major. There's been no boat of any kind on the river. And I might add, the longer the delay, the better the chances for a slip-up.
I know, but there's too much at stake to turn back now. We have no choice but to wait. I only hope nothing has gone wrong.
So do I, Major Andre.
Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. But the Vulture had best not be discovered here at dawn.
And still no word. This venture could cost me my life if the plot is discovered.
Jet.
Yes, sir?
Stand by to refocus to the house of Joshua Smith
Where's that?
on the north shore of the Hudson, opposite the fort. I'll handle it. You bring up the plate current and stand by to realign the target setting.
But, Captain, who is Major Andre waiting to hear from?
You'll find out in a minute, Jet.
Is that the man?
No, that's Joshua Smith, a British sympathizer.
The Vulture is still in the river, General, but dawn will break soon.
I know. And the fate of the American colonies is in my hands.
There he is, Jet. The great American patriot and traitor, General Benedict Arnold.
Benedict Arnold? The man who betrayed his country?
Saved her first, then betrayed her.
Man.
But what exactly do you mean, sir?
No time for reflection now. Are the boatmen ready?
Ready, but reluctant, sir. Rowing out to a British gunboat in the dead of night is not to their liking.
Give them 50 pounds of flour apiece when they return. That should ease their reluctance.
Yes, sir.
Now, you will row out to the Vulture. Deliver this letter to Captain Sutherland or Colonel Robertson. You will meet a Mr. John Anderson, whom you will row ashore. However, you will not come ashore here. I'll meet you at Long Cove, just below Stony Point, with an extra horse to bring you back.
But what if something should go wrong?
Nothing can go wrong. All arrangements have been made.
But what's this all about, sir? Surely a matter concerning confiscate property does not require such secrecy.
It's better that you don't know the details, Smith. Content yourself with the fact that you're doing an important government service.
Yes, but for what side?
Don't be impertinent. Now, on your way. And remember, your services will be well rewarded.
Yes, sir.
Make all possible haste.
Yes, sir.
This ungrateful country will soon wish that it had treated me with more respect. That faction-ridden Continental Congress will regret its insults and accusations. Besides, it's high time that someone did something to bring an end to this stupid war. I'd best get along to Major Andre. Too late to turn back now, even if I so desired.
Jet.
Yes, sir?
Stand by to refocus back aboard the Vulture.
Yes, sir.
Almost dawn and still no message from Arnold. Could he have decided not to go through with it?
Yes? About an hour before dawn, Major Andre. Anderson, and still no word.
Incredible.
Perhaps.
Perhaps? What do you mean?
Have you considered the possibility that this whole affair is a hoax, a trap?
Are you serious?
I'd hardly be joking at this hour of the morning. Consider Benedict Arnold's past record. At the Battle of Lexington, he armed a body of volunteers out of his own pocket. He fought against us in Quebec. And the naval battle he fought against us on Lake Champlain with ships built from his own funds prevented our invasion of the United States from Canada. Not only that, in 77, he scattered Saint-Leger's army in a panic, and he routed Burgoyne, receiving little more for his pains than a shattered leg. This is hardly the stuff from which traitors are made.
No. But Arnold has suffered heavy losses and public disgrace at the hands of the Continental Congress. Now he seeks revenge.
Vulture ahoy!
Who are you? Where are you bound? Smith, the name. From King's Wharf. Left alongside.
This must be the messenger from Arnold.
Wait here, I'll find out. What's going on here?
Are you Captain Sutherland?
Yes?
Well, my name is Smith. I was told to contact you and give you this letter.
It appears to be in order. Come with me, Mr. Smith.
Come in.
Mr. Smith, Mr. Anderson.
How do you do? How do you do?
Mr. Smith brings a message from General Arnold requesting a meeting ashore.
On shore?
We'd best make haste, gentlemen.
Very well, you'd better ready your boat.
Yes,
Major, do you realize you'll be in enemy territory?
I am prepared to take my chances.
Whatever happens, accept no papers from General Arnold and affect no disguise. Otherwise, if you're caught, you'll be hanged as a spy.
I am aware of the risk.
Conclude your business as quickly as possible and get back to the Vulture. We must be away from here before dawn.
I know.
Good luck, Major.
Thank you. Jet, stand by to report to Benedict Arnold on the North Shore.
Yes, sir. There he is.
Soon this war will be over, and I will have ended it with one blow. Both sides will thank me with honors and gratitude for having replaced suffering and bloodshed with peace and prosperity. Hold. Who goes there?
Smith and Anderson.
General Benedict Arnold?
You're late.
Better late than never, General. The guns of your fort were trained down the river, so I cautioned your men to row me across in utmost silence.
Good. We'd best conclude our business as quickly as possible.
Agreed. I should not like to be caught behind the American line.
Smith, you'd best stay with the boatmen to be certain that they don't row off.
But they wouldn't leave without...
Smith. Very well.
You mean you don't trust him?
You can't be too cautious. The less he knows, the better. Now, did you bring the money?
Yes, but first, what is your plan?
Briefly this. General Washington plans to move his army to King's Bridge. The French troops are on Long Island, both ready to attack New York. At that time, the British fleet should sail up the Hudson. I will surrender the key fort of West Point without resistance. The New England colonies will then be severed from the rest. The attack on New York will fail, and with it, the whole American cause.
That's great.
You best make haste, gentlemen. Dawn is breaking.
Now, here is the plan of the fort, with all the gun emplacements, the location and quantity of supplies, as well as strategic and tactical information.
Good. And here is your payment. Now, if you'll excuse me, General, I must get back to the Vulture at once.
Of course. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Anderson is ready to go back to his ship.
It's high time.
I'll not be here when he comes back, or when you come back, but you'll dismiss the boatman, then ride post-haste.
The ship. It's been discovered.
No.
The guns of the fort are firing on us.
Smith, dismiss the boatman at once. Hurry.
Yes.
But I must return to the Vulture at once.
You can't return now.
But I must.
Too late, Major. Already the Vulture is moving down the river.
I knew this might happen. I should never have come on shore. Now I'm stranded behind enemy lines.
Now, don't worry, Major. No harm will come to you. I'll see that you get back safely.
But how?
The boatmen are on their way up the river.
Good. Smith, give your coat to Mr. Anderson.
My coat? But just what are you proposing, Arnold?
With a proper disguise and a good horse, you can easily make your way back to New York overland.
But if I'm caught wearing a disguise, I'd be hanged as a spy.
You won't be caught. I'll give you a pass that will satisfy all sentries. Give him your coat, Smith, and we'd best make haste. Off with your jacket.
I don't like this, Arnold. This isn't the way it was planned.
Now, stop worrying. You'll be all right. In a few hours, you'll be safe in New York.
I wonder.
Smith?
Yes?
You will accompany Mr. Anderson to neutral ground.
Very well.
Ready the horses.
Yes, sir.
I don't like this at all, Arnold. This is exactly what a spy would do.
No one will suspect a thing, Major. Now, here is your pass in case anyone stops you.
But what if I'm searched? I still have the papers and plans of the fort.
Hide them someplace on your person. In your boot. And stop worrying. With my name on that pass, you'll not be searched. Deeds like this cannot be accomplished without some sort of risk.
But the risk seems to be all mine.
No, Major. If you should be discovered, my fate would be the same as yours. But your apprehensions are needless. No sentry will question the validity of that pass. So you'd better leave at once. Our mission has been accomplished.
Yes, providing I regain my own lines.
See that he gets back to the safety of his own lines, Smith.
Very well.
And may our stupid Continental Congress choke on the dust of your horse's hooves. West Point will soon be in the hands of the British. Nothing can save the revolution now.
Captain, Major Andre is getting away with the plans of West Point.
Don't worry, Jet. If I remember my history correctly, Major Andre will be captured on the old post road near Tarrytown. Stand by to move the time machine ahead 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
Ready, Jet?
Ready, sir.
Stand by. Activate the cycle reactor. Good. Brake current up 7.9. Increased field output 6.35. Hold it. Steady. Cut cycle reactor and lock it. Stand by to activate the view screen. There's the old post road. Now, if our settings are correct, Andre and Smith will be coming along here in just a few seconds.
But, Captain, if Andre gets this far, who's going to stop him? This is neutral ground between the lines. There are no American sentries here.
You're right. Wait a minute. There they are. Refocus to a close-up.
What's wrong? We've passed safely through the American sentries, Mr. Anderson. You're now on neutral ground. You'd have no difficulty finding your own lines from here.
But I don't even know the way.
Just follow this road to White Plains. It's held by the British.
But did not General Arnold say you were to conduct me to my own lines?
Mr. Anderson, I may be in sympathy with your British, but I live in the colonies. I do not intend to risk my neck further. Besides, you've only 12 miles to go on neutral ground. You're good as home. I shall report to the General that you have passed through. Good luck, sir.
12 miles to safety. But then Smith may be right. What harm could befall me on neutral ground?
Captain, I thought you said he was captured. He's getting through.
Stand by to refocus ahead.
He's still going, Captain.
I know. Refocus farther down the road.
Holding! Over here. There's a well-dressed horseman coming up the valley. I just seen him from the top of the hill.
Good. I hope he's got a fat pocket before him.
And a good horse and saddle.
Captain, who are those two?
Apparently they're freebooters, Jet, making a living by robbing people who pass between the lines.
Will they discover that Andre's a spy?
We'll soon find out.
Hold! Hold! Dismount.
Gentlemen, you're obviously not American sentries. What is the meaning of this?
We ask the questions. Get down.
Could it be that you are British?
Could be. Why?
Because I am a British officer. I've been up country on important business. I must not be detained. Look, my gold watch to prove my statement.
So you're a British officer, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So happens we're Americans. Now get off that horse.
Of course. I must commend you, gentlemen, on your patriotism. One must say anything to get along nowadays. Here's my pass from General Arnold. And you'd best let me by, or the General will be very unhappy about it. I'm on important business for the General.
Maybe we'd better let him go. We've had enough trouble without General Arnold on our necks.
Yeah, maybe you're right. His pass looks genuine, all right. But you still sound like a Britisher to me. You know, we could get a big reward if he's a spy.
But the pass?
Yeah. Gentlemen, unless you wish to incur the displeasure of General Arnold, you'd best let me go at once.
I hope you won't be offended, sir. But we gotta search you.
You're making a grave mistake.
Just doing our duty.
$80 continental money.
Yeah. His name is John Anderson.
There's nothing else on him. Maybe we made a mistake.
Yeah, maybe we have. I hope you'll forgive us, sir. Just doing our duty. The pass looks genuine, all right. Here, you can have your watch back.
You may keep the watch.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Captain, they're going to let him go.
Stand by, activate the materialization chamber.
Yes,
Hurry! Throw a switch jet.
Spectral rope connectors are opening. Turbo activity is increasing. Voltage is building up. Spark gaps are closing. He's transforming to electrical impulses and beginning to dematerialize. There he goes. He's gone.
I hope we haven't detained you too long, sir. No hard feelings.
That's all right. Good day, gentlemen.
Stop that man. Just a minute, Paulding. This man is a British spy.
Who are you? Where'd you come from?
You better take him to the nearest American outpost at once.
Appears to me if anybody's a spy around here, it's you.
Now listen to me. This man is heading for the British lines with secret American documents and a diagram of the fortress of West Point.
Don't be ridiculous. Take your hands off me.
Look, if anybody's a spy around here, I'd think it was you for stopping Mr. Anderson from getting to his destination. Now, I'll handle this my own way. Okay, Mr. Anderson, he won't stop you now.
Thank you. And as for you, my friend, I'm glad I'm not in your boots.
Boots! You didn't search his boots.
We've done enough searching.
Now, take off those boots or I'll take them off.
You wouldn't dare.
Remove those boots, I said, or I'll remove them for you.
You wouldn't dare.
No?
Now, take your hands off me. Let go. Get off me. Let go, I say. Ah!
Stop that immediately. Stop or I'll shoot.
Wait, look. There's the diagram of the fortress of West Point.
Great Scott, you're right. Maybe he is a spy.
And these other papers will prove it.
Look, I'll give you 100 guineas each if you'll let me go. My horse, bridle, saddle, and all. 1,000 guineas.
There ain't that much money in the world. Put your boot on, Major Andre. I caught myself a spy.
Okay, Jet. Take me back.
I'll give you 10,000 guineas if you'll let me go.
10,000 guineas? There ain't that much money in the world. Besides, I think I get more money for turning you in than for letting you go. I'd still like to know how you got that pass signed by General Arnold. Go on.
Golly, then if it hadn't been for those freebooters, Major Andre would have gotten through to his own lines.
That's right, Jet.
Then was Benedict Arnold caught too?
No. When Benedict Arnold heard of the capture of Major Andre, he escaped to the Vulture and got away.
You mean he got off scot-free after betraying his country?
Not exactly, Jet. Most of the British detested a traitor just as much as the Americans. Benedict Arnold died at the age of 60, a broken, unhappy man, realizing that his crime against the country he first tried to save was a most colossal blunder. Hi, boys and girls. Greetings, fellow Z-men. I want to tell you how you can become a commissioned officer of the Zero Explorers in time and space and receive an official space passport and identification card. This passport entitles you to travel in accredited spaceships to any planet in our solar system. It also contains my official signature and photograph, as well as regulations for space travel and procedure for rocket ship blastoff. Just send your name and address to me, Captain Zero, in care of this station. Your letter will be forwarded to my laboratory by guided missile, and I will immediately send you your official space passport and identification card. So, till we meet again, fellow Z-men, good luck in time and space.
This is Don O'Malley with Don's Breakfast Cereal Show. I hope you enjoyed the secret code from 1942 with the Black Commando. And I hope you join us next week for another brand new old movie serial. Stay safe. Wash your hands when you come in. Wear a mask when you go out. We'll see you next time. Thanks again for tuning in, and good night, folks.